Before this video starts, I just want to give a massive shout out to all my channel members. If you want to receive a shout out, then become a channel member today and you'll be shown on screen like all these other channel members here. Anyways, enjoy the video. In version 14.2, Issun Boshi had received a true form. This true form receives a 50% boost to their attack, an increase in speed, and freeze immunity. In this video, I want to cover how these changes affect the unit, and if these additions allow Boshi to be a much better anti-angel and traitless rusher, or if they will still crash into the seas of mediocrity. The footage in this video uses a level 30 Issun Boshi, and in order to get this true form, you need 3 Yellow Catfruit and 6 Epic Catfruit. With this out of the way, let's discuss Issun Boshi's true form. Their general 50% boost in their attack gives them much more opportunities to deal lasting damage, which is the main role for a rusher unit. Before, the damage output of Boshi was somewhat poor, as they tended to have issues actually landing more than 2 to 3 hits that were impactful due to their extremely short standing range of 150 on top of their rather high 8 knockbacks. While they still somewhat have this issue, the massive boost in their attack stat means they can actually have an effect when landing hits against their targets. On screen are their damage values at level 30, 40, and 50, but the main one you need to know is that at level 30, they now deal 28,000 base damage. This gives them an effective damage stat of 84,000 against traitless enemies and 112,000 damage against angels respectively. This boosted damage now allows Boshi to deal some solid damage against their targets, and thanks to their Omni Strike, can snipe quite a few enemies that get close to them. For traitless enemies, this boost in damage now gives them a more reliable presence as a dedicated anti-traitless unit, giving them a much more valuable niche as a counter, especially in the mid-game, where traitless counters like Hitman and Gigando haven't been unlocked yet. For their Angel matchup, being able to deal over 100,000 damage per hit, especially if they can abuse their high knockback count, is excellent, as most Angel enemies either deal low damage per hit or can get killed in 2 to 3 hits by Boshi. Next is their speed buff. This makes their speed go from 50 to 60, giving them the exact same speed stat as an untalented Bahamut, and as such, allows them to get into the front line much more quickly, and allows them to get into enemy blind spots much more easily, such as the case with Cleonel and Crockley. Their last buff is their freeze immunity, which is really just meant to help them deal with Henry and getting into his blind spot more easily. Being able to not get frozen by Chick-fil-A is also nice, but it doesn't come up often, especially since at higher magnifications, Chick-fil-A tends to just 2-shot Boshi. So, did this true form improve Issun Boshi for the better? The fact that they get to squeeze a lot more damage to where they can actually act as a solid rusher, I would say yes, for the most part, even just to bolster their anti-traitless niche for those that may lack any other traitless counters. However, this unit still carries most of the issues that they have from their previous form, like their extremely poor range against most of their targets, causing them to get juggled more than intended, but this isn't as much of an issue as it was before, as the massive boost in damage means less hits are needed to get a lot of value out of Boshi. With all that said, I want to thank you for watching this analysis of Boshi's true form. If you thought this insight was interesting, then be sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Battlecat's content, and comment down below your thoughts on Issun Boshi's true form. I'd love to hear what you all think of them. Also, shout out to the following channel members: Dr. Deadly, Potato King, Gross Cat the Best, Barely Grover, Uberless, and Airbriel for being silver members or higher. If you want to receive a shout out like these channel members here, then become a silver member or higher today. Becoming a channel member supports what I do in a way that helps keep the lights on, and channel members receive an exclusive role on my Discord server, which you can find a link to in the description down below. Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day.